stuff. So I was hoping I could dodge this by ending before midnight my time, but this is I think this has happened every night that I've streamed in the past week. I get disconnected for a few seconds although it's usually after midnight for me. I tried switching servers at some point too, but that hasn't helped either. Something I wish Twitch would do more than like let you upload your own videos or stuff is let you splice VODs together, because nothing's more obnoxious than having like PB videos that are in like 5 pieces because of either a disconnect or getting quality options if you don't have partnership. Yeah, I can't tell how many viewers I have anymore because the disconnect threw it all off. But we're almost done. I mean, the disconnects are really bad these days too, just because it seems like most viewers will never reconnect unless they refresh the page. The Flash player won't automatically reconnect it anymore. At least it happened during a cutscene instead of during the Zeromus fight. It's weird too, because what I see when it happens too is the chat gets like backed up and then it all gets dumped into my IRC client all at once when it reconnects. I know it's not my internet because nothing else on my computer disconnects at that time, like my Skype or anything. And like I didn't disconnect from any of my other IRC servers, so it was definitely a Twitch thing. Yeah, that new HTML5 player can't come soon enough. Alright, so I'm not going to talk a whole lot during the Zeromus fight, but I'm going to be throwing Excaliburs for my main source of damage, along with attacking with one with Cecil, and trying to manage a point of the fight where his HP refills and resets his AI. And hopefully he doesn't nuke Cecil this time. Thank you, everybody. Don't do it, Zeromus, don't do it! Don't nuke Cecil! Alright, that is acceptable loss. his AI should be resetting here. Oh, he whiffed with both of them. And that's it. It's Final Fantasy IV. Pretty good Zeromus fight, too. Thank you, everybody. So that fight's a big part of why the Excalibur route works, because even though getting the Excalibur costs a fair amount of time, you save a lot of time on this battle from being able to do a lot more damage with Edge, because being able to just kill Zeromus faster cuts down the amount of healing you have to do, just because he only big bangs you twice. Alright. I will not perish as long as there is evil in the hearts of people. Grr, Sir Graham. I normally only voice act Zeromus' death when I PB, but this is a special occasion. Alright, so we'll play out the ending and then I'll find us a raid target. I didn't put any splits in my timer for changing games too, which is why I just paused it. Zeromus's Meteo has has kind of a low accuracy. I don't know. I'd have to look up what it is exactly, but it has a pretty substantial chance to miss. And I wanted to miss both. I mean, I wasn't really in any danger of dying because I Helixed Edge right before he went into his final phase, where he just spams Meteo every turn, and it only does about like. It tops at like 800 or 900 damage, and Edge had over 2400 HP, so he was guaranteed to be able to survive 2 Meteos, but it's better if they whiff, because I save a few seconds on the animation that way. Not that there's anything I can do to control it. That's just disappointing though, because like I said, I was hoping that I started the stream when I did in the hopes of dodging the server issues, because those have only happened to me after midnight my time so far, which it's about to hit in 2 minutes. I didn't really care that much if it disconnected during the ending. But at least it happened during a cutscene instead of actual gameplay. Thank you, JT Norimaki. Get our Mode 7 Legend of Mysidia here. I have not played Final Fantasy Dimensions. Okay, I think I know who we're gonna raid to, although I'll wait for the credits to start before unleashing you to go forth and spam. At least in this game, unlike Illusion of Gaia, you don't have to wait too long before the good music starts. Like, this ending theme is very, very Uematsu style as far as being kind of a remix of other themes from the game. Like, this is the main theme of the game, also aka the overworld theme. Yeah, Kane going into Fabio mode there with his long flowing blonde hair. Yeah, maybe I'll switch to back to the Chicago server before tomorrow to see if that's any better, although I was having the same nightly disconnect on that too, but at least it's closer to where I live. And the Washington DC server that I've been on the past few nights. I've never actually played the After Years, and I honestly don't really think I ever will. I mean, I've heard it's okay, but not as good as the original game, and not as good as other games that I'd like to play in my backlog. Like, after I finish Breath of Fire 3, I think the next RPG I want to casual play is a Mario RPG, like either Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga or Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, neither of which I've ever played before. I've only played Super Mario RPG and Paper Mario. I've still got quite a ways to go in BOF3 though, because I think the last time I played it I beat Stallion, which I know isn't even at the halfway point of the game. That's the only Breath of Fire game I haven't played in full yet. Oh yeah, the plot of the game is pretty much all spoiled for me already, especially the end game, although there's a lot of the middle half or so of the game that I don't know, because I've never actually seen it. Now, Lufia 2 is another game I kind of want to do another playthrough through at some point. It's been a couple years. think I rented the first Drakengard after it came out, but I don't think I beat it. The BOF2 is actually a pretty pricey card, as I understand it. Not as pricey as something like Earthbound or Ogre Battle, but it's still kind of expensive. No, I have played Spike McFang. I played it when I played it as a kid. I remember liking it too. I briefly looked into speedrunning it at one point, actually, but after finding out how much grinding is required to actually be able to kill bosses and anything looking like a speedrun, I decided to pass. Yeah, I think, you know what, I think I remember talking to you, Wall Crusher, because I think I remember talking to you like in the lunchroom at AGDQ once, and you were saying like you ran a game that nobody else had heard of, and I forced it out of you, and when you said it was Spike McFang, it was like, oh yeah, I've played that. I've played Dark Cloud 2, although I have not beaten it. I think I got through like 4 or 5 chapters or so. Yeah, it's the weekend before New Year's. Yes, I've played both Theatrhythms, although I've played Curtain Call a lot more than the original. Okay, there's Fabio Kane there. Yeah, I remember reading that too, that the US version takes away like getting free heals at level ups and soups up some of the enemies and bosses. I mean, there are some pretty good newer RPGs. I mean, like I've enjoyed all of the Final Fantasy 13 games, although I haven't actually finished Lightning Returns yet. I mean, they've all got they don't have as much replay value for me as these older ones, but I enjoyed my time with them, and I enjoyed the soundtracks. Bravely Default and Radiant Historia are pretty good newer handheld RPGs. Yeah, that was the biggest shocker of the Theatrhythm tournament we had at RPG Limit Break, was that Essentia actually lost to Dragon Dark. Although, sadly, we didn't organize it well enough to actually finish before people left. Yeah, I mean, Dragon Dark had never played the game before Limit Break, and then he was able to beat Essentia, who had like 600,000 Rhythmia in her copy of the game. I think I have like 150,000, although about 50,000 of that came from Dragon Dark playing the game non-stop on my cart at Limit Break. Yeah, a Spike McFang cart would be worth maybe like $30 to me, but maybe not 50 though. If I ever decided I did want to speedrun, it would definitely be the Japanese version, although that would kind of kill some of the charm of the game for me though, just because I mean, I think the charm of the game is just how goofy it is, and if it's in a foreign language, that kind of kills that. Yeah, I'm really fortunate in that I got my Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy VI cards for free because they were birthday presents when the games came out. Oh, really? There's more cutscenes in Japanese? Interesting. $30 for an Earthbound card is a steal. I probably think I paid like 150 for mine or so, which is considerably more than like a card of any kind of game would be worth to me, but it's Earthbound and I wanted to own a card of it, so I just sucked it up. Welcome back, Red Balloon Man. I mean, fortunately, you can play FF6 and Chrono Trigger on Virtual Console. Without having really bad loading times like the PlayStation ports do. Maybe like probably like $50 or so. I think would be a decent, like a low-end price for a Mario RPG card. I mean, most like really good Super Nintendo games are ridiculously expensive on eBay and other secondhand markets these days. I didn't have to pay that much for my copy of this though, because I didn't actually own this game as a kid, just because I rented it a couple times and then finally beat it, and the next time around that I could get a game for my birthday, FF6 was out, so I asked for that instead. So I got my card of this maybe like 3 years ago or so. Well, I do enjoy 2D Zelda games. So I do still need to play Link Between Worlds. That's something that has always seemed kind of strange to me, is that for most, at least most cartridge-based games, the Japanese versions are very cheap compared to the North America versions, even despite having to be imported from Japan. Because like, I think I paid like maybe $8 for my Japanese Chrono Trigger cart, and I know the going route for an English one is like 80 or so. Alright, good night, Sanj Merchant. Okay, alright, let's get the raid set up too. We're gonna raid DMC Aethers doing Seiken Densetsu 3. If you've never heard of that game, it's the sequel to Secret of Mana, which was only released in Japan, but it's a very cool game with very cool music and graphics. It's definitely something worth seeing. Let's see, our raid message can be honk. Although I think he's past the part of the game where you get to honk, because there's a turtle. Your first mode of transportation in that game is a sea turtle, and there's actually, I forget which button it is, but you can press a button to make the turtle honk. So that's kind of a meme among people that run SD3s, to both honk when you're writing Booskaboo, and then also to say honk a lot too. Like whenever Genya23 gets either partner or Franker Phase Z emotes, he's obligated to both get a honk emote of some kind and also a win emote. Alright, so that's going to do it for me for tonight, but thanks so much everybody for tuning in. The first day of my 16K follower special. I will be back tomorrow in about 12 hours or so from now to do Final Fantasy V and Chrono Trigger. So hope you'll be coming back tomorrow for some more 16-bit RPG goodness. Final Fantasy V is going to have some special fun too, in the form of fighting all of the Gilgamesh battles, actually fighting the final boss, which you can actually skip normally, and then playing all the pianos, and then Chrono Trigger will be 100%, which is all side quests from the Guru of Time. And I'm also not going to Elixir glitch Lavos, so I am actually going to fight the final boss without using a glitch to insta-kill him. Alright, gonna play some ads and then host DMC Aether, so Please follow me if you aren't already. Check out my chat mods channels as well. I've got Twitter too, which is probably the best way to find out when I go live if you're interested in future streams. So, other than that, one more hit for the raid, and everybody have a good night. Hope to see you again tomorrow. Take care.